Hi tubers, welcome to Charlie's Kitchen. Today's recipe is going to be for a Super Bowl muffaletta. Now if you don't know what a muffaletta is, you're going to find out in our next episode, but it will be before the Super Bowl happens. But when we do this, you're going to really turn heads at your Super Bowl party. When we're going to make it, you can cut it into 4 pieces or you can cut it into 6 pieces. It's like a pizza with a lid, but you get to choose all the ingredients. First of all, we're going to put green olives stuffed with pimentos. Make sure you don't get them stuffed with blue cheese or any of that other hoo-ha. And the reason I'm wearing gloves today, kids, is because we're going to be dealing with garlic here very shortly. And I'm not going to make a big batch of this, just enough to do for your sandwiches. So we're going to take, these are queen size olives, which it says so on the jar. We're going to take 6 or 8 of those. Whoop, there's a rogue one there, got away. 6 or 8 of those, throw those in there. Boom, bada bing. And then we have cocktail onions, which is a pickled pearl onion, in case you're not familiar with it. They do put it in a lot of cocktails. So you got about 6 or 8 of those, and you want about, I don't know, depending on how many onions, like 4 or 5 of these, along with the juice. And the shelf life of this when we're done is about 6 months, because it's loaded with pickle juice and vinegar. And vinegar, as we've mentioned before, nothing lives in it. We have sliced black olives. You can take them or leave them. It's up to you. If you don't like black olives, leave them out. There's another, 2 rogue ones. They try to get away. That's how fresh these olives are. Okay, we'll get those. Mild jardiniere. Make sure you use mild, kids. Because if you don't use mild and you use hot jardiniere, people are not going to be happy with you. I'm going to use tongs because I don't want a lot of juice. And with this, it's, let's say 3 big scoops of jardiniere. Thusly, mouth-watering yet? Probably not. Now, if you don't like olives, by all means, leave them out. You don't need to make it with olives. It's called olive tapenade, but you don't leave them out. And then last but not least, a good slice or quarter of a dill pickle. Very important. We're going to get this baby in there. Now that everybody's in the pool, I'm going to step over here and plug this thing in because unfortunately I don't have an outlet here. And a brief sip of course it's just water, right. Take this over here and I'm going to blend it up for you. You don't have to blend, you can blend it to the consistency you want. But this is one of the greatest augments to any sandwich that you put it on. Trust me on this, you'll love it. This is your olive tapenade. Now if it's a little too wet, you can drain it, you can do whatever you please with it actually. But this is the consistency I'm looking at. You can still see what it is. It's salty, it's good, it's savory, it's got everything in it. It's got great colors too. It's black, green, you got red from pimentos. It's going to be awesome on any sandwich. I don't care what you put it on. You can put it on your shoe and it'll taste good. Okay? So that is going to be the top layer of this muffaletta. If your tapenade is a little too little watery there or a little juicy, what I suggest you do is what I do is I take it, I place it in a strainer over a bowl as such. And as they taught me in culinary school, what you do is you take the back of your spoon, press some of that juice out of there. Okay? Remember, this stuff's got a long, long shelf life because it is full of vinegar. And nothing lives in vinegar, kids. So, there. Now, as I show you, we got rid of a lot of juice there. Okay? Now it's ready for a sandwich. Okay. Now we're going to make another something that you can use for a lot of different applications. You can make garlic bread with it. Awesome garlic bread. If you like garlic, if you don't like the bite of garlic, this will calm it down. This is going to be, I generally do this on my smoker, but we're going to use it this time in the oven. You're going to take the garlic, good sharp knife. Make sure you sharpen your knife. I don't expect you to do it like this, but All this does, kids, is that it doesn't actually sharpen the knife, it just straightens your blade out. Because as you cut things, your blade turns over, okay? So we're gonna take the tip of that, cut that off. Everybody see that? Yeah. I'm gonna take 2 of them. I usually use 4 or 6 of them, but today we're gonna use 2. So you got 2 of those. I chose a shallot. Normally I use a red onion, but if you can find them small enough, a red onion will work very well. Okay, and we're gonna cut that thusly. So what we have is these little open caps. I have to get a piece of aluminum foil. And we take the foil, set it down pretty easy, kids. Pretty easy. That, and that, and that. Add a little olive oil. I use good olive oil. I don't know where you buy your olive oil, but I use good olive oil. A little dressing of olive oil on each one. And you're going to put it in a 350-degree oven for about 45 minutes. Pretty simply done. Now, if you see this, see what that looks like. All you got to do is squeeze it. And it's kind of like, I don't want to say, well, I'll say it, yeah, like a bad zit. And you get all of that goodness out of there, as you can see. That is roasted garlic, okay? And, of course, discard what you have to discard. But there's a rogue clove in there that tried getting away on me, but it's not going to. You can see it right there. This is wonderful stuff. This is the nectar of the gods. That's for sure. The garlic gods, that is. As you can see, I try to get every little bit out of there because it's good stuff. I don't want to interfere with Alton Brown saying good eats, but it's good stuff. So we got one head done. Second head, same thing. Give it a good squeeze. Get it out of its skin. There we go. Now you know why I'm wearing rubber gloves. Because otherwise you're going to smell up the neighborhood. Shallot basically works the same way. Moo! Was happy to see me. Just push it out of its little shell there and into this bowl. And eventually it's going to go into our little blender that we use for the olive tapenade. So, now that we've got all of that goodness in here, see what it looks like? We're going to get our blender and put the stuff in there. Going to go in our little blender. We took out the rogue peel. We don't need that. Our little blender. Oh, this is good. Oh, man, I'm telling you. I don't know if you heard that, but I think there was a bat just dropped dead outside of the house. A little of olive oil, because you got to have something to get it going here with. A little liquid. A little olive oil. And I like balsamic vinegar. I know I use it in a lot of things, but I like balsamic vinegar. Now, if you don't like the color of this, of course, you can switch it to whatever you want. And of course, it's not opened. So let me ask our director, that was standing off camera, to open that up. And no, that's a peel top there, director. Sorry, he's a little new at peel tops. Okay, there we go. Screw it back together. Okay. Yes, okay. A little bit of balsamic vinegar, because balsamic vinegar adds sweetness. Okay? And I know just sticking my finger in there will probably make it sweet enough. Then we're going to put the lid on. Take it over to our outlet. And pulse it a few times. So I'll be back in a minute. I'm going to bring it over here and show you what it looks like. Now, if you don't like the color of it, my idea is don't use balsamic vinegar. You can use white vinegar. I would not use white wine or red wine vinegar, but that's just me. pick this out, and as you can see, it is a paste. And this paste, you can use garlic bread, whatever you want to do. I usually use it in much larger volumes than this. But you use it on garlic bread, or as we're going to do with it, we're going to put it on that muffaletta. And the flavor of this is mild. Now, if you like a smoky flavor, then I'm going to show you what to put in. But you got to be very careful when you do it, because it can overpower the whole gizmo here. And that would be some liquid smoke. Very handy, but if you were going to put it in this amount, eyedropper full at best, because it's very strong. Okay? So now we have the olive tapenade, which is here. That's going to go on either the upper or lower level of your muffaletta. And then we have the garlic paste, or smoked garlic, or roasted garlic with balsamic and a shallot in it. That's going to go on the other layer. And then the next episode, we're going to start loading it with lunch meats and some cooked spinach. But until that time, tubers, have a good one. Thanks for watching Charlie's Kitchen, and have a great New Year's 2020.